The piece that we're looking at right now is Zhang Zudan's Along the River during the Qingming festival, a hand scroll that is attributed to the Song dynasty.
This painting is considered as the most renowned work among all Chinese paintings and has been called China's Mona Lisa.
What this piece celebrates is the festive spirit and prosperous street scene at the Qingming festival. It captures the daily life of people and the landscape of the capital and provides us with a look at society and urban life within China.
The two main sections in the picture are the countryside to the left and the densely populated city to the right, with the river meandering through the entire length. China's population is very large, and it tends to explode in certain periods. Its first explosion occurred during the Song dynasty, which led to rapid urbanization during the 12th century. The artist aims to represent the whole essence of the Song dynasty, socially, culturally, and economically. Ziduan is able to accomplish this by illustrating a great amount of detail and action through the 814 people, 60 animals, 30 buildings, 20 vehicles, 8 sedan chairs, and 170 trees he depicts.
Let's take a closer look at the individual parts of the painting. On the right side, we see the rural area of the city with crop fields and unhurried rural fold, which include farmers, goat herds, and pig herders, and bucolic scenery. To the left of this, a country path broadens into a road and joins with a city road.
In the middle section, there are businesses of all kinds, selling wine, grain, secondhand goods, cookware, bows and arrows, lanterns, musical instruments, dyed fabrics, paintings, medicine, needles, artifacts, and many restaurants.
On the left half, the urban area, which eventually leads into the city proper with the gates, features scenes such as people loading cargoes onto a boat and a tax office. People from all walks of life were represented here: peddlers, jugglers, actors, begging paupers, monks asking for alms, fortune tellers and seers, doctors, innkeepers, teachers, millers, metalworkers, carpenters, masons, and official scholars.
Outside the city proper, separated by a gate to the left, there are some businesses such as jewelry and ornament stores as well.
The first element of this painting that really captures my eye is the Great Bridge on the left side of the scroll. Here we gain a sense of this festive spirit and worldly commotion at the Qingming festival that is Zudong's central focus in creating this piece.
Right, and since this painting is so richly compact with detail, the viewer often finds themselves gazing at it for a while in order to take in this entire landscape of the Song dynasty.
Zudong uses this sense of elevation the greatest in his illustration of the Great Bridge, making it the most standout feature of the hand scroll.
The artist uses unique perspective to really draw our eye to the Great Bridge that you're talking about. This perspective is actually used throughout the entire piece to make things seem closer and then recede.
Underneath the Rainbow Bridge, a boat approaches at an awkward angle, with its mast not completely lowered, threatening to crash into the bridge. The crowds on the bridge and along the riverside shout and gesture toward the boat.
This bridge, also called the Rainbow Bridge, has vendors that extend all across it, enhancing the commotion that the artist aims to animate.
These successive scenes reveal the lifestyle throughout all levels of society, from rich to poor. Another representation of one of these scenes is recognized in the various modes of transportation that the artist depicts. There are wheeled wagons, donkeys and mules, sedan chairs, and chariots. On the river, there are fishing boats and passenger-carrying ferries, with men in the riverbank pulling the larger ships.
The artist does a phenomenal job of capturing this action with the many intricacies and details he illustrates. We see someone near the apex of the bridge lowering a rope to the outstretched arms of the crew below. And in addition to the shops and diners, there are also inns, temples, private residences, and official buildings varying in grandeur and style, from huts to mansions with grand front and backyards.
Court artists of subsequent dynasties have since made reinterpretive versions. The Song Dynasty original and the Qing versions in the Beijing and Taipei Palace museums are known as national treasures and are exhibited only for brief periods every few years.
Over the centuries, the Qingming scroll was collected and kept among numerous private owners before it returned to public ownership.